I used to cut myself, my hands mostly, although there were some cuts on the thighs, as I remember. I used to be proud of my beautiful collection of razors, pocket knives, and all sorts of blades that I created secret compartment for it in my desk. My father used to work in a leather processing factory and used to bring home these beautiful carved knives for leather cutting, sharp as a devil's tongue. Never had any clear idea about all of that in my mind, not even sure if I had any sexual or any kind of satisfaction from those routines, but I did it for years, which just goes to show how it was purely instinctual. And I would go so far to say that cutting can be liberating experience, act of writing without using a single word, blade carved sharp in skin that brought out the deepness to the surface right away, with no need for any symbolistic bullshitting explanation about multi-layered reality. Traces disappear right after they're harvested with a blade and reappear as a clear and pure work of art, in a form of healing wound, pulsating, ripped skin, like the edges of a canyon that rises from the dried red river, soft and in the same time dry and cracked bottom that stinks in its own rotting, cheesy leftovers, red and black crumbs of blood spilled around, like a carcasses after some great catastrophe. Standing on the edge and not jumping, just because of the single fact, fear of height, can trick you back into life again. And what kind of life is that? If it's there just because of that one fact, what kind of life is that when it's thankful to the fear? Lost in the company of arty people, I can always play it cool by releasing some of the well-treasured ideas, in the same time camouflaging my story of blood spilling. Imam ideju za instalaciju, and I paint the title of my idea with my hands across the air in front of me. Zove se Krv Nije Voda. Sve što je potrebno je veliki prazan zid neke galerije, po mogućstvu što otmenije i prefinjenije, četka i nekoliko litara krvi. Najbolje bi bilo ljudske, iz rezervi neke medicinske ustanove ili banke, ili gde već. I cela ideja je u tome da se četka dobro umoči u krv i onda debelo i masno ispisati na zidu velikim reklamnim slovima reč voda. And in those kind of situations, listeners are always trying to play it even cooler by acting understanding and even willingness to help in realization, instead of thinking it through and discarding me like an imposter I am. But I always hope of someone seeing me through in the right kind of way. I'm always looking at their faces, hoping that someone is preparing to put me down by forming the right kind of question and finally asking it.